Guys, so I'm going to show you how to do this Harry Potter inspired wand. I'm having a Harry Potter Halloween themed party, and this is my first wand I ever did in my life, and I really like how it came out, and I'm going to show you how I made it. I love how it came out, and I'm so excited to show you. It's very simple, very easy, surprisingly. It looks complicated, but it's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life, and so I'm going to show you how to make it. So first you're going to get some sticks. I got these at Walmart. They have different sizes, so I took the largest one. And so this is a large one, and to make the point, I actually sand it down to a point. My dad helped me on this little project. He used this little big old sanding wheel thingy. I don't know, but if you don't have heavy machinery to make a point like this, you can easily just get some sanding paper and just sand it down to a point, which is not that hard. So it's very simple to do that. So the other things, we're going to use some skeleton garlands that I got from the dollar store. Really cool. And the next thing, we're going to be using some paint. I got a bunch of different colors. I got the coffee bean, burnt umber, I don't know what that means, but I got that color, a black color. I got a bunch of different browns, so it depends what you want to, what browns you want. So then I used the sanding paper to sand down the point to make it more rounded, the surface more rounded, so it'll be kind of like a flat top, so it could be like a round, like a wand, basically, like a point, like a rounded point. So that is what I'm doing with that, and it's very simple, really easy. And with the sanding paper, there's different kinds of sanding paper. This was the very thick one, the really grainy one that you could sand it down very quickly. So with the hot glue gun, I'm going to separate where the handle is going to be. So I already measured my hand size and everything of how comfortably I'm gonna hold it. Now for the skeleton, I'm going to take it apart. So I'm going to take off the garland part, and I'm going to take one skeleton, or actually I think I'm going to use both. Once you cradle your skeleton, just take it apart and just take off the parts that you're going to need for your wand. You don't have to use everything, or you don't have to use exactly what I used, but I'm really glad that most of the bones you were able to take off, so that's really nice. So now that I've taken everything apart, I'm going to get the spine. Now the spine has these little pegs on the back. I'm just going to take those off so it could be easily glued onto the wand. And the same thing with the head, just stuff that's sticking out, little loops and stuff like that, or little holes. You just want to take that off. And for the hands, I'm just going to take off the hands part so I can glue them easily onto the wand that we're about to make. So I'm going to do that with all, I think, 4 arms and the feet as well. So now that we got all of our parts, we're ready to put them in position. We're ready to put them in the place where I feel like putting them. So the pelvis and the spine are gonna go on top, and I'm gonna do the same thing on each pair. So one side is gonna be the same, so each side of the stick is gonna have the pelvis and then the spine going down. I am just gluing everything just to hold everything down. As you can see, I already glued the spine onto the stick. It was a little difficult because the spines are kind of like a little squiggly position, so it was kind of difficult to glue the spine, but everything's all good. And so I'm just gluing the hands and the feet along the sides of the spines. So you can do whatever you like, but this is how I did mine. So this is the finished result of this part of gluing the spine and the hands and the feet. And so now for the head, I just place it on top of the pelvis and it looks very, very good. I just positioned the head on top. So now for this part, for along the rest of the wand, I'm going to put streaks of glue because that way it's gonna look like it's like old wood once you paint it. So it's gonna look like, you know, it's all, the wood is all rigidy and stuff, like an old type wand. You can also do it smooth, like without the glue streaks and stuff, but I decided to make it like this because I want to make it look kind of like old-ish type of thing. So yeah, and it's really simple. You just glue like streaks on it, and then once you paint it, it's gonna pop out and it's gonna look really awesome. So first, when I paint it with a brown color. And then I mix it with a lighter brown, so it could have like different types of brown, so it could look, you know, a realistic, you know, like wood wand type of thing, like so that it could look like a realistic, you know, like it's an old wand made out of wood, which is essentially it is wood, but you know what I mean. It's kind of hard to see here, but I actually mixed a black paint with the last brown color that I used and just mixed those two together and make little streaks on the wand so that it will look, you know, really streaky and stuff like that, like all multicolored browns and stuff. So as you can see, I just did little streaks here and there. So now I'm going to paint the handle, which is going to be all black, and I think I used a gloss black paint on this one, and I like it that way because it just looks really shiny and pretty. And I believe for the rest of the wand it was like a matte color, but like I used the same black, it's still a little bit glossy, but every time when you look for a color, make sure it's glossy or matte. And here's the end result of that. It looks beautiful. I really love my wand. This is like amazing. I love how it came out. So I made two because the first one was, well, the first one that I made, and the second one is the one that I just showed you how I made it. And yeah, I really like how they came out. Really, really, really cool. And I hope you guys will be able to make one of your own, and if you do, please let me know and tweet me a picture at carol92. But I didn't stop there, so I made more wands. I made this one inspired by Harry's wand. Here is a close-up of the wand. This is all hot glue. And this was inspired by Professor Snape's wand mixed with Ginny's wand. And here's a close-up of that. And this is the one that we just made. I really like this. I like how I used the little skeleton as a little handle. And this, I just randomly made this. I really wanted a neutral color wand, so I decided to use these colors. It's like a beige color, and then on top is like an ivory color, which I really like how it came out. This one is also one of my favorites. I actually used a stone in the bottom. I don't know if you can tell, but I also like the color because it's like really dark navy blue, and then like in the inside it's kind of like a really bright blue. And you can see all the details here from the hot glue that I made. Little swirlies in there. And here's the stone that I used for this wand. And this wand, I'm not sure what I was trying to do with it. I'm trying to be more creative with it, but I don't know, I'm probably gonna add some more color to it, more dark color to it, but here it is. Here's the other one that I made, but yeah, that's something. But yes, So those are my wands, and thank you for watching, and please thumbs up this video if you like it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you feel inspired to make your own wand, I would love to see your wand, so tweet me a picture at CarolCarol92. And so yes, and so I guess I'll talk to you guys later, so bye.